I became a playwright in several stages. I was initially a model and an actress as a teen. I was on a soap opera. I was on One Life to Live, and then acted through college. I went to Brown as an undergraduate and was really had a good time acting in new plays there. Paula Vogel had just come there and sort of revived the whole program, and so I was acting a lot of new plays, and I just loved that environment. So I started to write myself and for myself initially, and then I got sick of myself and really wanted to write for other people, and realized that they could bring worlds that were, you know, just whole other parts of themselves to my work. So so that was kind of how it happened, and once I kind of figured it out, I decided I should probably get some training, you know, and so I did the playwriting program at Juilliard, which was very helpful, and kind of very helpful more than anything in sort of transitioning me from being an actor, writer, into really feeling that I could call myself a playwright. The first play I wrote, I think I told you this story, was actually, it was inspired by something. I spent time in Greece, and it was inspired by something there. It was about a woman who collects, a real artist who collects, you know, stuff that washes up on beaches, and she makes collages. And that play actually was first produced. I was very lucky. Like, I sent it in the mail, and it was produced at a kind of fancy theater on the West Coast, and the sort of thing that, like, I knew that I wanted to be a playwright, like, and I thought I should go get some training, is that the theater, the design crew at the theater had, like, gone to the beach and picked up all this garbage and made her collages, and I thought, okay, this is just too cool. I gotta figure out a way to do this. I wrote A Lifetime Burning. This is also connected to primary stages. I teach playwriting here, and last summer I was teaching a class that I had never taught before. I had this idea. It was called the Fast First Draft, and we met 6 times or 7 times, and we're supposed to write a draft of a play in 7 weeks. And so I thought if I was going to be teaching it, I should try to do it. So I did. It was helpful for me to do it with my students, because I could sort of feel their pain. And I do think there's something to be said for writing fast, or getting, I mean, you know, and it's gone through several incarnations since then, but sort of getting the story out and figuring out what you're trying to say, and then sort of going back and crafting it when one can do that. And in terms of plays, like, they're all over the map in terms of style. Some are very, you know, this one is more in the realm of a realistic kind of play that takes place in the living room, and some of them don't take place in the living rooms at all. They take place in the Galapagos, or they take place in South America, or made-up places, or, you know, it just kind of, it depends. Sometimes I want to get out of the living room, and then I want to get back into a living room, or, you know, it's sort of all over the map. I think I write in a lot of styles because I think it's sort of reflective of where I come from. I come from a lot of places, and I've spent time in a lot of places, and I have a lot of, I've traveled a lot and lived in a lot of different places, even though I'm, you know, from New York. So it's sort of just a way to process my life, I think, you know, and some of it is, you know, is told in a more traditional way, and some of it isn't, and I never really know what exactly it's going to be. And I mean, I think there's always, you know, I always think I'm writing a terribly serious, sad play, and it never seemed, other people don't seem to see it that way. I think there's, like, you know, I think there's a level of absurdity just to the way that I look. So that's sort of a common thread, no matter what, you know, it might be about very serious things. I think the themes in A Lifetime Burning are quite serious, and certainly this last play I did, which looked at gay families and gay marriage, was, you know, quite serious. But there's just, you know, and that's just, I guess, you know, how I see the world. But yeah, that's what's going on.